Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Bigfoot01 Gaming here. Welcome to a new series. I'm going to start with playing Out of the Park Baseball 22. This is more for the thinking fan here. We're going to start with my Kansas City Royals. We're going to be the GM and manager. This is on the computer here. It's not anything on console or anything. So here we go. So as you can see, we kind of have a stuff on the right, stuff in here. I'm actually fairly new to this. I'm not 100% on this just yet, but of course we have our personal message from our owner. So we need to play close to 500 ball, upgrade at second base this season, and keep building your team up in order to reach the playoffs in the next 4 seasons. So it's giving us 4 seasons to get there. Now, if you do play this game, I do recommend going to the game settings here, changing the stars to 20 to 80 values, and increments of 5. Feel it's a little bit better, know where they are. So you can also check your team home screen. You kind of have team finances. I have 10 mil available for free agents and 23 mil for extensions. I could go in to sign someone, or I could just trade for somebody. There is trades, there's transactions, there's a couple people here. We'll also have the draft as well. I don't think they do have some people here already. So I always go by potential. I don't go by anything else. Which I believe the best potentials in here so far are Ford, Jensen, Stovall, Warrior Jr., and Leo Watson. But of course they're low, so we don't know if that is true or not. So you also have scouting. You have signability. You have their demand, which will change over time. They're injury prone. Overall rating, or potential rating, throws, bats, weight, height, age, whatever. So when we get to there, it'll definitely tell us, everything like that. We also have a off-season thing, as you can see. We have our little transaction news there. Of course, have some other stuff here for players. Shane Green's offered, he wants 4.6 for a year. He's played with this teams over the years and stuff like that. So we'll definitely see. So getting into this, let's go ahead and check over the team. So pitching wise, we'll have Danny Duffy, Jacob Junis, Brad Keller, Mike Minor, and Brady Singer, but not in that order. I like to have Josh Domont as my closer, John as my middle relief, Carlos Hernandez as my long relief, and then Wade Davis as my other setup man in the 7th inning. With Scott Barlow. Lineups. I also, as you guys can see, we also have, just like normal on the injured list, we have Alberto Mondesi, who was out to begin the year with an oblique strain. He's actually on the injured list again for the same thing. As you can see, our overalls are here, potentials are there. And of course, you have actual prospects. So if you go into overall, actually, if you go into potential, Bobby Wood Jr. I also like to have OSA ratings as mine, just so I know where they're at. Other than I like my scout, but OSA is, I think, a little bit better. Maybe not. Maybe is. I'm not sure, but we're kind of just going from there. As you can see, his potential has a 70, but if we go into our duty, he has a 60 potential. So that's why I think it's a little bit better for there. So finish today. We'll kind of just configure everything. Sure. We got a scouting budget here. We have 5.2 million into our scouting. This is our scouting, Lonnie Goldberg. Good reputation. He's been there for 12 years. Scouting the majors is good. International is good. Scouting, I also like to put minor league scouting a little bit down and just go up to amateur, because he's really good at amateur scouting. So I kind of want to know where everyone is. So let's get into the season here. As you can tell, it has some things up here. I'm not going to show every game. I'll probably show a little bit throughout the season. Kind of just giving updates of where everybody is at. So we have some messages here. We have, he says try to stay close to even record. We have our upcoming opponent as well. Their best potential, or their best person is Joey Gallo. Taylor Ahern, Koi Arihara, Aloysius Garcia, and Nate Lau. And then we'll have the top prospects in baseball. As you see, we have one of them. We have number 3, we have Bobby Wood Jr. And then, of course, we'll have the opening day. See, our schedule, we'll have to face the Rangers, Indians, White Sox, Angels, Toronto, Tampa, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Minnesota here in the first month of April. So we're trying to capture the same thing like we did this year. We'll have Salvi, Santana, Merrifield, Dozier, Lopez, Benintendi, Taylor, and Isbell with Jorge Soler as our DH. So let's kind of go ahead and get into this a little bit. And let's get in the first game. Of course, we won't be doing this all the time, but we'll time to just go through, give updates here, so on and so forth. We kind of show one game. If we make the playoffs, we'll definitely play every game and kind of see how everything goes. Radico's going to get the first out of the year, so there we go. I like to see that. And he allows a fly ball to right. This ball gets there. Of course, what I like to do is I like to skip every half inning, so we'll just watch my lineup for a little bit unless we lose it. And then sometimes if I, in a rush, I will definitely just skip to like a certain inning and then just play out through. So you actually can't play these. These are just simulations. You can actually watch it though, which is I think pretty cool. But other than that, yeah. Perez gets hit, so we have our first runner on of the year, and then Soler gets a single. So a 2-out rally here for the Royals here in the bottom half of the first. Strikeout with first and third with 2 outs. So as you can see, we allowed 3 and then 3 again. Again, just kind of simulating all the way. We're probably going to lose this game. Yeah, we lose 7-0 in the first game in game 1. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So I will see you guys probably halfway through, probably on the 22nd here. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys here in a second. So I know this probably will be a short video. I'm actually going to end it here after the first series. We lose 7-0 in opening day, but we come back and win game 2 after a 4-run second inning. Whit Merrifield goes 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. So far, offense is not looking too bad. We did have, Isbell was ejected, and Drew Benintendi was injured while throwing the ball. But they are immediately back in next game, where we win 5-4. Kendi was injured while pitching, but Benintendi was back in. He had 2 RBIs in the game. Dozier even had 2, but next time I see you guys, we'll probably go ahead and be in a little bit into the month of April, probably a little bit afterwards, and just kind of going through everything. Show you guys kind of like the draft, international free agency. Of course, we won't see any of the All-Star game, but we will go through the draft and even the trade deadline as well. So, and then the off-season is going to be huge. So, but currently during the season, we'll kind of just update every once in a while, probably every 2 weeks or so. So, probably see us back on the 22nd, kind of going over these games and the lineups and everything. So, yeah, I hope you guys